Assalamu alaikum. Automation Resiliency Challenge. This challenge is about we have this page here and we need to enter the data which will find it through the CSV file here. So after clicking the spreadsheet, it will download this spreadsheet here and we need to fill this information one by one here. But the tricky point here is after clicking add the places of these text boxes and combo box as well here will be changed. So for example here, if I clicked anything, click add here, the places for all the text boxes and even the labels here and the combo box here as well for the state will be changing. This is the challenge. Okay, and this is one of the very interesting challenge because and here for example the automation anywhere solution for this challenge is going about to grab those DOMX path for each click. I need to grab this DOMX patch and save it and then bringing it. How we do this? The automation we are supposed to use ChatGPT, sending the HTML text code and then receiving the JSON format for this DOMX path. But I have done it in a slightly different way. I thought about this to bind only the labels here and the text box. So it doesn't matter if I clicked here because of the label is already binded by the text box, so I have no issue if I found this solution. Let's come back to our program here and see the challenges that I've faced because it's taken 4 days or 5 days for me to do it because it's my first time. So let's come back one by one. Here is the first step here. This is the first step to open and download CSV file and grab this Excel sheet into a table and then looping through each row of this table. The second step. Last step is submitting the results, which is only capturing the submit button from here. Okay, but here the second step has many steps. Let's grab it one by one. The first thing I need to do here to make a big loop for each row in the table. Let's start from the first. Here, the first browser, open the challenge page. If the file doesn't exist, so I will grab this capture again, download this file from this CSV file path, and this CSV I just have copied it my path on my hard drive, my PC, and then if this file doesn't exist, so I will download it. If it is already exist, so I don't need to download it, and just open CSV file, and then it's very easy. Grab the CSV into a table and then close the CSV file. This is the first step. Second step here, which is consisted of many steps. Let's come to see it one by one. The first step here, to make a loop, and this loop I want to loop through the CSV file, and the current to save loop through this table from CSV, which I've already downloaded from the CSV, and the current record as our current table. And I have made some steps here for testing only, because I wanted to check the text box for this capture. For example, here I found this city. It is in HTML tag index number 6, and it is ordered from number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and then number 7 and number 8. This is for the labels, but for the text box, started from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and when it comes to the state, it make it as default as 1, and here is the 6, so after this the zip will be 7, and so on and so forth. For example, here if the state here is number 1 and here is 5, so zip will be 6 and city will be 7. So what I've done here, just I'm grabbing each capture to see the tag index for the state, and this is the tag index for the zip file, which is 7 as we have mentioned. This is for the text box and as well for the labels. I just made a test for me to notice how the DOMX path or the label is changing and how can I catch it. So this, the next step is to grab the labels and the DOMX path. Yeah. Our objective from this step just to grab the email address, company name, and each one I need to grab all the 8 items and put it into a dictionary as a key, and the value for this dictionary will be the text box DOMX paths for each text box. Yeah, for example, here DOMX for this one, that one, that one. And last thing, when it comes to this state, it will the tag index will be 1, so I need to do something here. So I have to notice here, and first to grab the labels and DOMX paths into dictionary. This is the step. How can I do this? By making a loop, and this loop is 8 times because they are here 8 items changes each time I click add, but those are fixed. So I have created a new variable, number of changes, and I make the default here and number of changes and make the default as 8. So the iteration will be looped through those and will assign the output counter, or the current value for this loop will be in text box loop counter. For example, it will be starting from 1, 2, and so on and so forth. So my first step here to grab only this label, and how I grabbed it using the HTML tag index and my counter dot number dot to string, and save the output to its element name. Then I will take this output. If this output is equal to state, what will happen here? I'll need to make a capture for this state and get this property. Which property? I need to get the DOMX paths, and I will grab also by HTML tag index here dot number to string, and I will save the output to s element DOMX path. And then I will put this value into a dictionary as what I have gotten here from this capture. This element name will be my key, and here this DOMX path element DOMX path will be my value. So I have grabbed the dictionary put, and this created a new dictionary file variable and saved the key as s element name and the value as s element path, also using this tab here or clicking F2. And then this is very important step here to check the value inside our dictionary if we have any error to debug this. Okay, so we have handled right now, we have looped through each item and grabbed all the items and saved it into a dictionary. Then I need to fill those dictionary values inside those text box one by one, and then clicking add. Okay, so my first step here for filling the text box, I have also made it n times, 8 times, because I have 8 text box, and assigned the output to n filling text boxes. And then I have taken my capture here for the get property. Get property, which property I need to get here is s element name to new variable to save it in s element name variable, and I for sure I have written the HTML inner text and also looping through the HTML tag index. And I will check if this element ID element name is equal to state, then I will put inside this element set text, which text, the current tuple row for this. This is the current tuple row, for example, the first current tuple row of S element name 2, so it will grab it one by one. And as well here, the DOMX path, I have assigned my new DOMX path from the dictionary. I have already saved it, the DOMX path of this key S element name 2. And also, this is HTML tag index, the filling text box. Okay, let's see what we have done here. This is each step will happen here, just grabbing the ID, the label, and after that putting set text box. But if I grab the label and found it state, so what I will do here, I will set the text, set item by text, because it is a combo box, and also the DOMX path I have already declared it, and this is fixed one, so I didn't check anything except this one. Okay, and then I will make a new loop, and this loop will be the number of changed items, which is 8, minus the number of filling text box, which is the current counter. Okay, and then I need to increase it by 1 because the label is going to increase, and assign the output variable to its filling counter. So when it comes here to the next item here, it will be after the state, I will grab also the HTML.x and grab this by the new one. Okay, because it is lagging, this one is lagging by 1, so I'll come back here to make it the normal or the current one, current in number to string. So I have incremented this by 1 here, and save the output to S element name 2, and then as well here I have set the text, and which text from the current record, and also the DOMX from the dictionary, and this is the filling item, and then incremented by 1 the filling text box, and then closed my loop. After finishing my loop here, I'm inside the if condition of the state. I will make a break because I don't need to go again through this iteration, so I'll just make a break here, and this we have finished here. This step, which is filling text. The next step here is very easy. I will check to the current record. If it is number 8, yes, so I will fill it like this, make a capture for this, yes. If it is not, so I'll make capture for no. It is easy here, and as well here, if the current row of 9 equal, here current row of 9 will be non-closure, so if it is equal, so I will click yes here, just click, and after that I'll take a capture for the add button to take me to the next page, and after that just clicking the finish, submitting, and this is the end of my program. Thank you, and have a nice day.